You look so sharp.
I asked the violin if it ever got tired of being played. Watched a Palestinian throw a tombstone in a tank. That rock bounced like his body and now calls herself the moon. They're black and craters underneath her eyes. And some nights she is wine-stained and red, the violin says. I broke a few bridges because too many songs sound like excuses. I wish I had the vibrato of a left hand. After all this time, the moon still reveals a different version of herself to every night, to everyone, while the sun looks beautiful every morning. And I've stood her up one too many times writing poems at night because she likes to ask me tough questions like, why do single celibate people spend so much time caring about how they look in their underwear? Or, why do we yell at dogs for digging into this earth? At least they know when to stop. We have stopped asking questions because everything has a connotation and by default a definition. So I asked the noose if it ever got tired of holding people up or its poor reputation for doing so. Why I felt the need to hide, disguise itself as a 9 to 5, an 8 to late, which had my father so busy trying to provide us. Some nights he would pick me up really late from practice. I hate myself for remembering those nights where most importantly, he gave me the first bite to eat whenever I was hungry. Do you know love? Would you wave hi to her if she passed you in the street, or do you live scared? Living your whole life in nightmares with the nightlight on. We live like we drive without ever reading the manual, and God asks, what do you mean you didn't read the books? Well, God, I was just waiting until I got it on my nook. And now I've broken a few bridges because too many people sound like excuses, and for this, my heart is scrambled. My heart is a Benedict falling for spatulas and skillets. My heart is made over easy when it should be hard boiled. My heart is still sunny side up. I've always envied the sun and how she manages to pick herself up every morning. The morning Palestinian screams, you all want the promised land? Wood is blood-stained and red. Everyone predicting the will of God is just a child playing grown-up except for the children here. I fear what will happen to heaven when people get a hold of it. What if we are this planet's greatest natural disaster? The way we treat our earth, the way we treat our skin. It is then, my friend Jess reminds me, we need to let hate atrophy. It is not a trophy we can afford to win. Oh, good is a muscle we all must exercise. Yes, God is a muscle we all must exercise, and my Father is good. He goes to sleep now early most nights. It is then I see just how heavy it is to carry a family. My earth is good. She was once pent up and perfect. Men called her Pangea, but now she has crow's feet and canyons, which show me just how heavy it is to carry a family. She says, I don't like working days and nights, but I love my big, beautiful family, and we are reflections of our earth. All of us a beautiful mess, convinced that we're ruining this planet for the next generation. But if you just look up from that text, you'll see that this earth is still sunny side up.